I'm a first-time mom, and one thing I can't live without is this. My Owlet, or my baby's Owlet. It's like the one thing, like we just traveled, and it's the one thing that I had to make sure that I packed. I didn't think that I needed this, to be honest. I didn't have, you know, when like you plan your birth, you have a birth plan and everything like that, and you're like, yes, it's gonna go as planned. Mine didn't go as planned. I've had this for 9 months now. Huxley's 9 months, but I literally ordered this while I was on the delivery bed, basically. Trying to go to sleep. Huxley's trying to go to sleep. I was on, where was I? I was literally on the delivery table, bed, whatever you want to call it, and I shit you not, on a Saturday. Of course, what did I do that morning? I went and got a pedicure. I went and got a pedicure because I was like, when I give birth, I don't want my nails to be crusty and the nurse and doctor be like, ooh, she don't know how to take care of herself. So what did I do? I literally got my nails done. I know that apparently induces labor, because you know when like they massage your feet and stuff, they massage your feet and it like, I don't know, drains something or it does something to you. But I got my nails done. I went to Walmart to go pick something up and I was like, ooh, something feels funny. Something feels different. So on that day, everything was fine. I told Jeff I wasn't feeling so well. I was feeling funny. So that night, I was like, ooh, I think I'm having a contraction. I think it's happening. So I went to the hospital. We went to the hospital, I think like around like 8 p.m. And then they were like, okay, you're only 1 centimeter dilated. And I was like, this hurts like a bitch. Stayed there for an hour. I stayed at the hospital for an hour, but I was in so much pain, like so much pain. Like, do you want to know how a contraction feels like? A contraction feels like when you have to poop and it hurts like so bad. It's like a shooting pain in your back. I guess it's kind of like it's like a cramp, but it's like a cramp, but it's like, it's literally like you have to, like you're gonna shit like you're gonna poop your pants basically, and it's constant. So of course, like they sent us back home. I had such a rough night. It was so rough. So I couldn't really sleep, and the next day was Sunday. Felt the same way. Like I was in the shower, just like in the warm shower, just like trying to like relieve my pain, you know, walk around the house and things like that. But it was like so painful. Like it was so, like, imagine feeling like that since like 8 p.m. the night before. So I decided, so then we decided, okay, like let's go back to the hospital. I think like I'm more dilated and whatnot. We go back and they're like, you're only like 2 centimeters dilated. 2 centimeters dilated. What the hell, right? So I said, okay. They said, okay, like let's walk around the hospital. I was there again for like an hour, but it's weird because every time I would go to the hospital, my contractions would stop for some reason. Like they didn't give me anything. It just stopped. Did an ultrasound. They made sure that, you know, Huxley was fine, everything like that. But they were just like, oh, is he head down? Because he was actually head up until like I was 8 months pregnant, and then he just turned on his own, like out of random, which is good. So he didn't turn, you know, he was still head down, but then like the way that his head was, it's like, I guess my pelvic is so narrow, I guess. So it's like, it looked like he was having a hard time. I went back home and then I was like telling Jeff, like, it's so painful. Like, it felt better just being in the shower, I guess, because it made me think of something else. Literally was in the shower all night that Sunday night. Then come 6 a.m. on a Monday, Jeff called my doctor and was like, Christine's in pain. I think that she's dilated, this and that. We go to the doctor. I was finally like 5 centimeters. I was like 5 centimeters when I went to the doctor. And he was like, okay, let's get you to the hospital and get him out. We go to the hospital, you know, they're like, do you want the epidural? I'm like, yes, B, like, I need it right now. So we go, I got it, you know, everything was good. And then of course, what happens? My contractions stopped. It's like my body wanted to be in pain in order for him to come out. Ugh. But you know how like you have like this instinct, like the back of your mind, like something's wrong. I just felt like something was wrong and he had a hard time coming out, basically. One, because my body wasn't like working itself to open up, I guess. And then it was just like, maybe I was too narrow. I don't know. I don't have wide hips. 8 a.m. when I went to the doctor. Yeah, it was like 7:30, 8 a.m. when I went to the doctor. Went to the hospital right after. It's literally like 2 minutes away. I got the epidural right when we got in. I'm gonna say like maybe like at 9, 10. And then my contractions stopped. They told me to walk around. Maybe that will like, you know, open it up, whatever. Oh wait, no, I didn't walk around. They told me, I was like on like those ball things. Like they gave me like this ball thing. Then I had to like move around. Nurses were so sweet. Like they tried their best to like get me comfortable and try to like open up and all that kind of stuff. But nothing seemed to work. Like my contractions just, you know, I don't know, went away. But yeah, I was then my doctor came at like noon and he was like, okay, you know what, like let's just, what do you call, break your bag, because my water didn't break or anything like that. So he broke my bag at like 12 and he was like, okay, you should have this baby, you know, within like a couple of hours. It didn't happen at all. It was like almost time to watch Monday Night Football, seriously. And I was like, what is happening? What's going on? Like, is there anything that I can do? And mind you, at the same time, just imagine you hear like beep 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 beep, because not because of my heart rate, but because of Huxley. My baby's heart rate was dropping. So like the feeling that something could happen was just so alarming to me. Like it was so sad, like to know like, oh my gosh, is he okay? Like, is he having a hard time? Like, what should I do? But it's like you feel like you can't do anything. So I literally was like, they came in, I'm gonna say his heart rate dropped maybe like more than 4 times, I'm gonna say. So it was like, it was painful for me to hear that sound. And then all the nurses come rushing in and, you know, they're like, is everything okay? And then I had to, not supposed to drink anything, you know, like, so the nurses were so sweet. She gave me like apple juice. Just imagine not eating. Like I just did not want to eat. So imagine not eating since like Saturday, because you're in so much pain, like you like don't want to eat. So like not eating and you're just so hungry and you're not, and like it's Monday already and I get really hangry. So it was just so hard. Just everything like was hard, basically. It was hard not being able to do anything, but just to hear everything around you, you know? So I felt bad for Jeff because basically it was like he was just there and he couldn't do anything. It's not like he could take away like any pain or anything like that, but he was so supportive and comforting to me, which is amazing. He's so amazing. But yeah, it was like then 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock came, but doctor's like, geez, like nothing's happening. Like my water broke. He just didn't want to come out. And then it was like 8, I'm gonna say, oh, they gave me progesterone, I'm gonna say. They gave me something to induce the labor. They gave me that. So I was doped up since like 9, 10 o'clock, let's say. I was doped up. And it was just so overwhelming. But yeah, like it was like 8 o'clock and then he's finally telling me like, okay, it's time, it's time. Like they moved the bed, they pushed the bed up. I'm literally like, it's like I'm standing, getting ready to like push. And he was like, you know what, you look so exhausted. It's probably gonna be either like 10 minutes to an hour-ish for him to come out after you push. So I highly suggest, you know, we just do a C-section. And I'm just like, ugh, I didn't prepare for that moment. And I just started crying, not because I was getting a C-section, but like just everything of it all. Like I would have, my mind was like, maybe I should have just got a C-section right from the beginning, because I just felt like it was just so hard on Huxley inside of me, and he was probably in so much stress, and I was putting so much stress on my body. It was like so sad. I was like, do anything, do whatever you have to do. It was so sad that I think about it. And you know, like to hear his heart rate drop so many times, I was just like, let's just do it, let's go, let's get this done already. So then we go in the operating room. Like I'm of course getting doped up more because I'm gonna have a C-section. So I literally couldn't feel anything. Like you feel nothing, and my body was just shaking. Like I felt like a dead fish out of water, you know when they're just like flopping around. I felt like that from when they gave me the medication all the way till they, until he came out of me. And I just felt so horrible. Like it was so traumatic. I had an emergency C-section, and it just, Jeff was so, he looked really sad, and I just didn't know how. I had to be strong, and then he had to be strong, and then it was a lot. And it was just the two of us. Our family's like in Hawaii, and then like his dad is like in San Diego, so it's to have no one there to support you. I'm so glad that yes, I had my husband, but still, like it was a lot. It was a lot. I threw up because of the medication, like while they were doing the C-section, and it's just not the prettiest immaculate thing that I thought that was gonna happen in my pregnancy. But yeah, like I'm so glad that Huxley's fine and he's healthy. I heard him cry like after he came out of me, and I just felt so bad because I was like in so much like pain. Not pain because I didn't feel anything, but like pain on like in my heart. I guess I felt so sad that he was probably like stressed out, and then it was like just everything was just so overwhelming. But since literally right before we went into the operating room, I bought this. Shit you not, like I bought this like online, and I was like, I need this, like I need to make sure that he's okay and he's safe. And he wears this every night. Sorry to I totally went like 20 minutes on talking about like my pregnancy and my delivery journey, but don't know if I could sleep if I didn't have this. And yes, people say like sometimes like it goes off, and you know, and it's like it's terrifying. And yes, to be honest, it happened to me a couple of times where it went off, but it's either because he was crying really hard and then his heart rate was high and then this came on, or like he was kicking like the bassinet, and then of course like it's a distress, right? So then that it went off like that. I'm glad that they updated their software, because it used to have like this like really like lullaby before, back in the day, but now it's just like those like beeping alarm noises, which is so much better, because before, like, because it had that that soothing song, sometimes it took a while for me to like get up. But even though there's like false alarms honestly with this, like very few in my opinion, I'd rather get an alert that will wake me up to know that it's working than to have nothing, you know. And we didn't have a baby camera monitor until we transitioned him into his crib, because he was just next to us, so we didn't have the camera until later. So I would only like, I would check my because I didn't know if like he was sleeping, right? Like if he was okay, I would just check the app, and then it would tell me like his heart rate and everything like that. And then you get to know like their patterns, so you can like, I could tell like when he was about to fall asleep, and then like when he's like when he's about to fall asleep, when he has deep sleep. I mean, it tells you all of that, but then it's not like to the T. But then I would know like, okay, like he's gonna fall asleep at like 120 beats per minute, blah blah blah, things like that. And then when I had a really hard time. Sleep trained him at 6 months. We sleep trained him at 6 months, and then he would wear his sock, and then I didn't know, but there's a thing when he would wake up at like 6:30, and then I would take off his sock. But then in the app it like shows you, okay, like he woke up at this time, his next sleep time is at this time. Like I didn't know I did that, but I learned that at 6 months. So then it actually helped me. He doesn't wear his sock during the day, like when he's taking a nap, only at night, which is nice, because in the app you can manually like put it in like, okay, he went to sleep at 10:51, and then it calculates for you like, okay, he should go to sleep at, I don't know, like 2 o'clock. And then you can just manually put it in, and it just calculates everything for you. Sometimes, because he had like his sleep regression at like 7 months, it would adjust for me like, okay, like he only slept for like 15 minutes, and it's like, okay, like he should sleep at this time, this and that. And you know, like it honestly, it literally helped me. This Owlet sock helped me sleep train him. I thought that I needed to get like those sleep apps and like pay all this money, but it's like you can utilize this, and it's so helpful. But yes, after that was my little story time on why you should get this. Either like, even if you think that you should get it and you want to get it, I just suggest that you just, if you want peace of mind, just get it. Honestly, if you think that you don't need it, and you know, and for whatever reason, then you don't have to get it. But I honestly think that it's worth it, to be honest. Since he was born, he's always had this on, so he knows, like, you know, like it's bedtime. He wears his sock. He didn't have any problems, no rash, no nothing. You know, you just always have to remember to wash this. You'll be surprised how dirty it gets, and you're like, he doesn't do anything. Why does it get so dirty and brown? Honestly, I don't know, but it does. But it even comes with like a bigger size. So this is a bigger size. And then so it comes with that small size, and then it comes with the bigger size, and then it also comes with left, right. So yeah, but I have like all snot because I was like so sad telling you about the story. But yeah, I mean, I hope that was like helpful for you. If you want, in my next video, like I'll show you like how to clean your sock. Like this is what I do to clean my sock, and so you don't ruin the sensor, because there's no light that's on right now, so that means that it's off. You don't want to ruin it, that's why. But you can tell it's a little beat, but it's clean. I just washed it, you saw me. But yeah, I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments below, and then I'll be glad to answer that for you guys. But you're gonna give birth soon. Well, congratulations on getting pregnant. Congrats to you. And yeah, like just be calm, do your pelvic stretches, and yeah, I don't wish an emergency C-section on anyone. It's so terrifying and scary. But yeah, I hope you guys have like a healthy pregnancy, guys, and delivery. Let me know if you have any questions.